This looks like a top tier hand to me. Removal, ramp, and a win con. Pretty good. Going against Campbell, which is going to drain us along the way. The fact we only have 3 lands is fine because we have the Law Warhound that can hopefully push us just a little bit beyond there. Let's go for my Triton. A little bit of mill, a little bit of pressure against control builds. Just something a bit early. And we already have a really good target for Reanimator of the Kroxa there. Once we get to 4 mana, I think it will all come into place as well. Because the unexpected windfall will just give us even more. Oh, Liliana, but then that's so good as well. Yeah, I think we just keep the Liliana. She just provides so much pressure. No, they're doing our thing. Get rid of that. No, you're not allowed to have the doggy. That's my trick. Nobody uses Law Warhound. It's really weird. Whenever I see Law Warhound, I think, has someone seen one of my builds? Not sure. It's just something people don't pay attention to, but I definitely think it's so awesome. Such a good card. What do we get rid of? I guess Fragment Reality, because we have the Liliana to provide pressure. I don't really want to be discarding any more cards, though, to be perfectly honest. It stings, but you have to kind of push that agenda sometimes, I believe. They got rid of Ratted Rabbit. That's interesting. What the hell is that doing in that deck? Here comes Campbell. And a Sentinel. Oh dear. I guess getting rid of either of those is good.
Off you go.
Here we go, we get our own Loyal Warhound. Right, I'm just going to hold back. So we've got 2 blockers. We might be able to protect Liliana. Yeah, once we get to Breach. Oh, activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. Okay, but Walkers is fine. Oh, Campbell. Who's going to come back? Oh, god damn it, that's annoying. That Badooga Bug. Kind of annoying. Okay, fine. They want to play like that. They want to play games. We're going to shred that hand to pieces here.
Of your secrets.
Wrath of God. Okay. Man, this is a pretty... This game's going to be tough to come back. Oh, jeez. Athreos. But that already comes back anyway. I feel like that was a waste, really. That was definitely a waste. Okay, fine.
You won't be outsmarting.
We're going to do unexpected windfall next turn, I think. I just wanted to get rid of their hand. And I don't really want to discard Breach. Okay, they found an answer for Liliana. That's a shame.
Whatever. Luck.
And they're going to steal our creatures over and over again. Only if they die, though. Okay. Oh, Kaya. So Kaya can actually exile Athreos and we can get our own Athreos. I think that may change the tide there. 5, 6, 7. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
Rise and shine.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's horrendous. That's horrendous. How do we get around this? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. I guess we can do baby steps, right? Man, that Campbell's kicking our ass. Get rid of the Athreos. We get the Athreos. We get the So if we both have... So they're probably just going to mine us to make each player sack 2 creatures. So we're not going to attack. So what happens if we put a counter on it? So if it has 2 counters, active, inactive. So, we'll see what happens here. So if they do minus, be interesting to see how it actually works. I'm very, very curious to this. There's a lot of weird triggers going on here. So I get the Warhound back. What the hell? That's so weird. Because it was. So that's really weird. So because wait, I'm so confused. So we exiled their Athreos. We got our own Athreos. But we put the counter on the Campbell, but we still got the low Warhound back. Oh, because they have to control an Athreos. Oh, that's crazy. So the Athreos... Yeah, so if we both had an Athreos, that would have been more interesting, because it would be an active, inactive. But then, because I only control the Athreos, then I get them. That's so cheeky. I can't believe that. I can't believe we stole all this stuff. Today's brand new video. Today I'm looking at Kroxa and Kunoros, which is a pretty potent reanimation shell, essentially. So whenever he comes in or attacks, exile 5 cards from your graveyard. If you do, you can return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now this is really quite consistent, as long as you can fill your graveyard with enough chaff. So we have quite a few ways to do that in the deck itself. There's a new card, Tiny Bones, joins up, which when it comes in, any number of players discards a card. I quite like this because this already puts 1 into your graveyard, but also whenever a legendary creature enters under your control, you can have each player mill a card. Sorry, any number of target players mill a card and lose a life. So that's kind of decent. I just want to try that out. There's a fair few legends in the deck. We have the obvious stuff like Crucius, which you can discard cards to gain a higher or lower CMC value card and get a treasure. Seas of Spoils is very similar. You can discard cards to get treasures and draw more cards. We've also got a big score, Pirates, Pillage, and Unexpected Windfall, just to fill our graveyard with loads of cards as well. Some of the big payoff stuff is pretty exciting. We're going to try and get Grizzlebrand out just because, I mean, it's a 7/7 flying lifelink, which is already pretty good, but it can pay 7 to draw 7 cards. Now this is banned in Commander, but in Brawl it's perfectly fine apparently. Also the fact that our Commander has lifelink is good, because we can probably be able to use Grizzlebrand a couple times as long as we just keep gaining that life, otherwise things are going to get pretty bad if you just keep going down without being able to attack. And Breach the Multiverse is pretty good as well, just to fill your graveyard, resurrect 2 things. This is kind of like a one-hit wonder with Kroxa and Kunoros. It feels like you can probably just win the game with this one card. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things. You can fill the graveyard with lots of stuff. Sun Titan can bring something back each turn, especially good with fetch lands. Bringing back a fetch land every single turn is wonderful. Be wary, there's even removal spells at mill, so this does 3 damage to anything, but then whenever something dies, you mill a card. You put a counter on this, and then sack it if there's 5 counters. When you do, you can return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. So a lot of cyclical things going around and around and around. And I actually got the idea of making this deck just because I thought, what if we made a deck based on movie names? And Reservoir Dogs came into mind because I was thinking about Quentin Tarantino. So we're going to try and do the one dog with Aetherflux Reservoir and Burles Citadel. So this works pretty well because Aetherflux Reservoir wants you to gain life, and once you gain loads of life, you can kill someone with 50 damage by paying 50 life. But also at the same time, Burles Citadel lets you play stuff at the top of your deck, losing life, but also eventually gaining life after a few. So it's a bit stormy in that regard. So yeah, let's see how this deck does. I think it's pretty fun, pretty good color combination. Off we go. Pretty decent start here against Balmor, which is going to be an aggro, very fast aggro build. Fairly stormy, I reckon, as well. So they go Balmor next turn, we'll probably just kill it. Now, when I built Balmor, it's not a great idea to actually play Balmor too early, because if you do, it just dies so fast. You kind of want to use it when you have 3, 4, 5 creatures out, play Balmor, and then any cantrip, instant or sorcery spell to boost your whole team. Because when you... See, this is the thing. When you play him out now, it just feels kind of like... I don't know, disappointed. But with that in mind, I still think we probably... I mean, we've got a board wipe. And they can't do that much damage just yet. So it's probably better to kind of just do some mana fixing first. And these Surveil lands are helping fill the graveyard, which is really good for Kroxa. And actually, Angel of Suffering could be quite nice as well to prevent them killing us, because the damage that would be dealt to us would be prevented and we milled twice that many. The issue with Angel of Suffering is itself only has 3 toughness, so it dies so quickly to a lot of red spells. It's kind of... It's not a great card. I think it's pretty good against certain things, but... Oh, okay, so now they're making it harder to kill. That's annoying. Curiosity as well. They've already put 2 things on it, and they've got red mana open, which means our Fateful Absence is just going to have a field day here. So they do draw a card. But they cannot protect Balmor. Damn, draw 2 cards, in fact. Let's hope they don't have any weird way to protect it for 1 red. Is there a way they can protect it? So instead of going sideways, like with loads of creatures, they've decided to make it like a Voltron build, apparently. Unless I might just have not seen all the cards available, but yeah, that is definitely a bit eggs in your basket, especially when the creature doesn't have inherent hexproof. It's always a risk to go Voltron stuff, which can't protect itself, because you just lose so much mana. Like this is going to kill it again, and we're going to get rid of something from in the hand. So yeah, you have to be very cautious when you're playing Balmor. But by the looks of it, I feel as though they've made a Voltron style build. Put the land in the graveyard. Okay. So I've already got 6 cards in the graveyard. No creatures though. The randomizer today just doesn't want to give us any creatures. It's kind of crazy. We do have a fair few. We really do. Damn. That was it. I guess the moral of the story here is don't make Balmor a Voltron deck, because if you don't have him out, you can't enchant him or equip him or anything. So it feels very wasted, especially with the fact that you want to cast instants and sorceries with this deck, not enchantments. So I definitely think that it's a cute idea, but without seeing the rest of the hand, it's hard to say, but they need to probably focus on getting any small creatures onto the battlefield first. Okay, facing Obnixilis with a decent hand. We have a kill spell for the commander, which is good. Sometimes that's all we want. Ooh, and Elspeth Conquers Death. I guess we'll keep that as well. We don't have the mana for it right now. That's probably a pretty greedy keep, given that we want to hit land 4 and land 5. But, you know, we've got some defensive spells here. 2 kill spells. Rankle hopefully gives us the 5th land if we go for the draw ability. Okay, Signet. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. We managed to get the land there. 4/3 trample. So Obnixilis is a combo card. I mean, what isn't, to be honest? Swiftfoot Boots. That is going to be annoying later on. So, in actuality, we don't want to do anything, because if they play a land, then they can go for Obnixilis into Swiftfoot Boots. So, in response to them equipping it, I think, ooh, Dogged Pursuit. They're just going to drain us. That's going to be annoying. I don't know what to do now. If we take a hit from the Obnixilis, we're not going to be able to kill him. I'm just going to go for Elspeth's Nightmare. So we don't get to kill a creature. And it's a bit of a risk. but we get to look in their hand in the following turn. So there he is. And they're going to try and equip it. Let's see if we actually get to resolve this. They might have some kind of protection spell underneath the Fabled Passage mana. No? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they get another land, it means they can basically play him again and then give him haste, which is annoying, but cut down, seize the spoils. We'll get rid of Underworld Dreams, I think. How much damage can he deal? 4 with haste. I guess we do have the Rankle. Let's start with the Liana here. I think she's very important to kind of just give us something to bring back. Oh, it's a shame. The reservoir's in the graveyard. We can't do the decks. We can't do the deck's namesake now. No reservoir dog. Sadly. But also the zombies are good because we can keep sacrificing them to a Rankle. And I think at that point they're going to struggle to really get one over us. Because they can't actually finish off the Liliana, I don't think. It's going to be 4 damage, haste. Oh, I see. Yeah, they didn't actually have the extra mana to do that, did they? Okay, that's good. That's good. If that's the case, then I think we're fine. I confused the maps for treasures. Of course, they are not treasures. They just all look the same, the exact same. Given how many treasures artworks there are now. So, yeah, given their hand, I think we're in a very good position. Especially with Sir Conrad. If they board wipe, they'll lose a bit of life. Conrad's actually pretty crazy with Kroxa, because if you exile 5 creature cards from your graveyard, he will see that and deal 5 to each opponent. Obviously, that requires a lot of creatures to be exiled, but the potential is there. His ceiling is very high. And the fact he can just mill people as well. For an uncommon, this is pretty pushed, I have to say. So we'll probably kill that as well with the Rankle, I think. Although saying that, they do have the treasure and mana to do. Okay, so cut down can't kill Rankle, but no, I think it's fine. Let's get maximum damage in here. So they'll block and kill a 2/2. Each player discards, each player sacrifices. Let's take care of some of their hand a bit. Ah, nice. Okay, and we've milled a creature finally, so we can actually return something decent now with Ellsworth Conquer's Death rather than just the Selfless Savior. Age of Suffering is actually awesome. This actually stops their Ob Nixilis from comboing off. Because if they've got something that keeps doing 1 damage to us over and over again, then the Age of Suffering will actually prevent that. I'm actually really surprised that they went for Ob Nixilis there, given that we have the Chainer's Edict in the graveyard, but... They've got to burn down the house. Okay. Damage will be dealt to you, prevent that. Ah, damn. The burn down the house is going to get everything, isn't it? So if that's the case, do we just not kill Ob Nixilis? I think that's the play. Because basically I'm kind of forcing their hand I'm kind of forcing them to use the burn down the house on their own stuff. Because even if they make him +1 toughness, this is still going to kill him, right? So I think, weirdly, I'm just gonna have each player draw a card. Oh, but then it goes up. Damn it. So now it is risky. So yeah, okay, fine. I guess we'll just force them to use burn down the house. Oh, our whole field's gonna go as well. Yeah, that was silly, but man, as if they had the most perfect play. I think either way we were in trouble, because in their turn they probably could have done something to just deal 1 damage.
I have bigger demons to
But on the plus side, we do have Kroxa and Kunoros to resurrect. Pretty much whatever we want now. Yeah, that was probably a faux pas. I don't know. 1 damage. 2 damage. So they would have had to do 2 damage in their turn. Right, let's get something back. We're going to exile 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loses life. Loses life. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. God damn it. I could just use Fragment Reality on one of these, I suppose. But then they get a creature back, which is not appealing. But how do they win without Obnixilis, though? Not 100% sure on that. I'm still pretty upset about this burn down the house. Sometimes people just get the absolute perfect thing, don't they? Right, let's kill him again. Make him so expensive. Firebrand Archer. Okay, we can use Fatal Push on that. I mean, apparently that was enough. Yeah, a bit disappointing game on both fronts there. I think I could have done a lot better, but also the opponent, I'm not really sure. I would have liked to see what was in the hand, just to see how far they could have gone there. But oh well. Okay. Seems like a pretty cool hand. Against Nashi that can play free spells. Okay. Let's do a bit of surveilling here. It's too soon to get that in hand, I think. It's just a bit too soon for that. I'd rather just put it in the graveyard. For now. Dark Ritual. Oh, okay. We could get Sir Conrad out next turn if we want to, or maybe just go for the Black Market Connections. Probably a bit more simple. Ninjutsu. So they currently don't have any creatures out, so I'm not too scared of this, but yeah, I mean, we all know how powerful free spells are, right? It only has 2 toughness as well. I think we just go and kill it here. Yeah, no, there's a shame that they lost it so quickly, but so Sun Titan already has a land to get out, so that would be pretty good. Maybe we get that out in the following turn. They're thinking about whether to keep this in the graveyard or not. They are, okay. Well, if that's the case, then we will keep up our kill spells. Unless it was a mistake, in which case that's pretty bad. Unearth. Fair. Fair play. We're probably just going to use Get Lost on it here. I'm always at odds about stuff like Unearth because you're basically using a card to get back a card that was already in your command zone. So it just feels a bit like you're kind of wasting a card. Probably better to reanimate something else that's not your commander, I reckon. Oh, so they're just going to make it come back again. So the whole deck is about Nashi being resurrected, it seems. Fair enough. And that's got 3 toughness, which is actually quite annoying. Although we do just have the Liliana here. Yeah, let's just go full whack. That should be enough to stabilise a bit. Because, yeah, we do not want them to have Nashi out at all.
Sacrifices must be made.
Each opponent loses a life. Such a strange card, but there we go. Right. We're down to 11. That's definitely something that's a bit concerning. Black Market Connections is definitely a risk factor. If they play Nashi again, we'll just kill it again with a Kurligan's command. So Lava Spare Boots. Okay, so they're going to prepare for the following turn, it seems. Sure. Thoughtseize. Oh. I'd rather not use Thoughtseize. We're at 10. It's just way too risky. Let's see what they discard here.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Another kill spell. Let's go for Sir Conrad. A little bit of a win con there. It was actually... It's kind of tempting to go for Kroxa and Kunoros, but there's nothing to reanimate, and it always just feels like a waste. Black Lance Paragon, okay. So they're going to try... They're basically going to try to ninjutsu at Nashi in their turn, which is respectable. Go for the throat. Okay, well, if that's the case, we'll slow them down quite a bit here. And to get a trigger with Sir Conrad as well. And a trigger with Blood Splatter Analyst, actually. Oh, but then we don't get the... Yeah, I guess that's a shame. We would have actually got back a creature if we had one. But I guess we have one now to resurrect with Kroxa. So... That was weird. Why did they do that? What did they do there? They tapped that... So confused. That was a bit odd, wasn't it? That was very odd. Get rid of Dark Ritual. Now we'll get rid of the Patriarch's Humiliation here. I don't want to be able to... I want to be able to still play stuff next turn if we miss a land drop. Why do they not play the Nashi last turn? Oh, that was just bizarre. What? I'm actually really confused. We can bring back... Oh, wow. Bring back, that's pretty good. Let's just bring back a land, because we want to hit our 6th land drop, really. And we'll decline on that. Down to 4. I don't know what's going on anymore. Why is the opponent just giving up?
Don't overthink things.
What's the restriction here? Where is Nashi? Is Nashi in the graveyard? I'm so confused. What happened in that game? I'm so confused, guys. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.